Hey folks, thank you very much for tuning in again to Destiny Enterprises channel. It's been quite some time since we've done a video. We've been very busy over the last few months. Ever since I opened my security company again, I have been on every single day, either teaching or actual out on shift at the security sites. So we have been trying to put videos together. We've just not had a chance to get them edited and get them up on the page. Apologies for that. We are doing it as volunteers, remember, so we'll try and get them done as quickly as I can. But that said, we've got this beast to scrap down tonight. It is a 63-inch Samsung plasma monitor, which came in from an Aberdeen firm. They donated it into us along with a load of computers, monitors, and other peripherals and stuff. But we've had it, as with everything that works, we'll have to keep it for a certain amount of time. If we can't get it sold, then it has to get scrapped. So time's up, it has to get scrapped. Plus, I kind of dropped it in the office and smashed the screen. So hence scrap up anyway. It was imminent anyway. So we're going to go and get this big beast scrapped down, see what's inside it, and if it's one of those bonded screens, which I'm guessing it might be because it usually is with plasmas, we'll probably end up doing a part 2 video showing you the process of getting the bonded screen off the aluminium backplate. But let's go and get scrapped down and see what's inside it, okay? Thanks. Right, guys, I know you can't see my head, but hey, you can see my hands, so I'm definitely here. Okay, just want the camera angled so you can see what we're actually doing here. So, got trusty little Bosch, left the big jolt the other side of things out in cabinet. So we'll get this off and we'll see what we can get done. I got a feeling I've got a load of screws. And it's a shame we've got to do this, but it's old tech compared to the new ones. This plasma's, it weighs a ton, it weighs about 55, 56 kilo. It's big, it's bulky, it's hard to move, heavy to lift, it's heavy on the walls. And although we did get a wall stand with it, nobody wants it. It's just too old and too big. It's a good piece of kit. Screw bin. It is a good piece of kit, it's just the age it's letting it down. So is that going to come out of there? Is it? Helps I don't miss the last screw, doesn't it? Cover. Right, power source, boards. Let's get some of this off and see what we've got. So we've got a screw, hashtag, cable bin today, or screw/cable bin. I'll show you the connectors this thing's got in a second. So that's it, guys. We've been off our feet busy. Not so much for Destiny. We've been concentrating more on my actual security company. After lockdown, we got Destiny open first, and then I concentrated my efforts getting my security company opened. And now I need to triple concentrate my efforts and get my other company open, my nursing agency. But it's nice that we've opened security and we're rushed off our feet. This means I haven't got enough time to do. Right now, this big cover to come off. So you guys enjoy a bit of time lapse, and I will stand here and get all these screws out. Right, guys, that's those 29 screws all taken out. So, in the screw bin. bin's always hungry. Now we'll try and get this cover off of here, if we can. Jamie's in the background as always, folks, with the camera, so he's going to help lift this out of the way. Nice big bit of cheap sheet metal, so that'll help to get rid of. Thank you. What have we got? Basic stuff you find in the plasma, really. Okay, a lot of steel. Quite a good bit of steel, actually. It might not be one of those aluminium screens after all. It looks like a steel backing. Some aluminium on the edges, though. Lots of heat sinks on here. Heat sinks on there. Copper. So we'll definitely recover that board there. Lots of capacitors on this board. Little bits of copper fuses, heat sinks. Same as this side. Some little bits of copper coils. That's really it. Nothing really great on these things at all. Speakers as normal TV speakers. Nothing major there. So let's go and get some of these out, and we'll see what else we can find in here. So we've got this one coming off as well. Let's get rid of these cables. Screw here, need to undo. Take this off. So keep these power switches because there's three pin kettle connectors. We'll keep those. They actually come in handy for ones that are damaged. So we'll definitely use that again. It does come in. It's nice to have those as a backup. Right. There we go. Again, just cheap steel. That's it. Thank you. Now we'll get these off next. Just got some heatsink fans in here. Keep the inside cool. Again, it's little radiator fans. Okay, probably open them up eventually. We've got loads to do actually and get the copper coils out. We're going to do a big copper recovery soon and all those types of fans. Tedious job, but we will end up getting a good bit of copper out of it eventually. Got a whole box of them. Excuse me. Just getting over the back end of a cold, folks. Yep. Cough all the way through this video. So yeah, we've got a whole box of fans, some fridge fans, computer fans, server fans. We just need to get time to go through them all and get all the copper coils out of them. Cables. And our fan. Not sure where that's coming from. We'll find out in a few minutes then. Now I know I said I'd keep that power cable and connector, and we will, but I'll stick it in the screw and cable bin just now. Right. get all these up in a minute. Let's get this brackets off. Plenty of screws in this thing. Now, Jamie's recently put up a couple of videos. One of them's over an hour long. It's a bandit strip down. But I've not actually watched it back yet myself. So I don't know what the final product was actually like. So hopefully those of you who watched it enjoyed it. It was an awkward job stripping that thing down. I'm still getting rid of some of the wood, plastic and glass that was on it. But I've never done it before. I thought it would be interesting. And it was as awkward as it was pretty fun scrapping it down. I wouldn't be in a hurry to do another one though. Jamie, steel. Thank you. How long has this been sitting here waiting for scrap up? Months. It's just because we've been so busy. I do have day jobs. And night jobs. And with Christmas around the corner, we've had to prioritise other things. But we're getting back on track with things now. Slowly but surely. Even with having Jamie and Amy do the editing, me doing the videos, and we've got other volunteers coming forward to help with scrap up, still finding it hard to get everything done because of people's diaries and availability. There you go, Jamie. That feels, yeah, it's aluminium that. So keep that in a separate pile, Ali. Now we've got these brackets here for the actual standing mount for it. It's the actual stand-up stand, which it never came with. There is one available, I think it's 60, 70 quid. We looked into it, didn't we? 60, 70 quid for a stand for this TV. And it has to be a Pacific one. So I don't think it's ever had one. It was always wall mounted, I think. So these will be going straight into the crucible for melting down. Now, I think they're zinc die cast. Pretty sure they're zinc die cast. So we'll put them in with the zinc pile for melting. Excuse me. All these little metal brackets off, and then we'll work on the boards. I always like when I'm doing TVs, get the little bits of crappy bits out of the way and concentrate on everything else. Screws for the screw bin. Metal brackets. Goes into the metal pile. Right, this board here. Definitely going to recover stuff off this board. Takes a little bit of going to get all the copper off these and unwind them, but it's worth it in the end. I've got a box full of these bigger coils and stuff, so again, if you get enough of them together, it's worth the recovery. It's worth the extra few minutes it takes to unwind them. Dispose of the tape, get rid of any resin, and keep the copper. what we do is we just chuck it into the dirty copper pile and get it melted down. So it's nothing on the back, a few IC chips. That's it. There you go, Jamie. So that all get melted down on there. This board here, again, some heat sinks, so they'll go into the crucibles. Some small copper coils straight into crucibles. There's always one. Right, so them in a drawer somewhere in case we need them. Apart from that, nothing else on there. Some of these wire ribbon cables as well. Occasionally we might keep some of these just in case we need spares. We get laptops in that are damaged sometimes. Sometimes we get computers that are partially stripped out and they're still recoverable. And they need some, I say computers, I mean laptops. They need some wires like this, ribbon cables, ribbon connectors. Sometimes we get TVs that someone's tried to sort themselves and the cables are ripped. So these actually come in quite handy for doing replacements and refurbs. So we might keep a few of these. The rest will just go into the cable bin for recycling. So we'll sort out those screws and cables later on. This board here, nothing much on it. Excuse me. Speakers, get these out of here. Speakers are the same as always, just normal little speakers. Come in handy for TVs and blown speakers, but that's about it. It's very unlikely we get anything in that needs a blown speaker replaced. So a lot of time we'll just strip them down, stick the metal in the metal bin. There you go, buddy. Get rid. Again, one of these pads, great for spacers. Oh, there you go. Just a couple more of them here, so I'll keep those because they do come in handy, especially when I try to cushion any vibrations in computers and stuff. They are quite good for that, so definitely keep all these. See, that's why we strip things down, folks. It's just silly little things like this that are actually coming up really handy for us. Okay. So that's for us. Now let's get these off and see what we get. This is all aluminium brackets, so these will just get cut down, put in the crucibles and melted down into ingots. Or we'll make them into a nice alloy, like aluminium bronze or Nordic gold, or something else. Oh, nice big aluminium bit. So that'll get cut down into little chunks straight into the crucible. So that'll just literally get chopped up like that with the angle grinder into a crucible and melted down. These as well. Right, boards. This is the boards that connect the little ribbons to the screen. Same as all the way up here, inverter boards, is it? Quickly unclip them and get these screws out. again, some more of the rubber spacers in the back. They'll come in handy for us. We'll get them off with a knife. There's some gold pins on there, some small ceramic capacitors. That's it, guys. There's nothing major on these boards at all. Okay, so we'll take what we can off them, probably just the gold, for gold recovery when we finally start doing meltdowns for gold. Then we'll get rid of the boards. So that's them. There you go. Isn't he doing well, folks? Every time. Right, let's get this boards off. Again, not much on these. Small copper coils, heat sinks. That's really it for us. The rest we'll put in a bin with some low grade boards. If anybody wants to recover anything else off them, they're welcome to it. I know some people recover the capacitors, they use them again. Some people recover other items. Some people like melting them all down, depopulating them, whatever they want to do. They're welcome to do it. So lots of capacitors, heat sinks, copper coils all the way along, a little bit of copper in there. And these are the risers, little rubber risers. We'll use those. So we'll get something out of it. Not much, but something. It's got gold pins on here, gold pins on there. Right, screw in with those. Nothing much on them, guys. Risers. Yeah, some gold pins on there. There's some ceramics on there. Flat packs underneath. Not worth recovering for us. So, we'll maybe sell them on some low grade boards. Now, before I take that sideboard off there, I'll take the brackets off here since I'm at this side. It's going to take a wee wedge to get that off, I think. This side. These screws I'm removing just now are just the ones that keep the screen to the frame. There's still the top and bottom ones to do. Just taking the opportunity to do them just now. So these pull out of here, these sockets. Just pull. It's got a good thick bit of gold on these. I'll show you once we get the screen out. Okay, it's a nice thick bit of gold on those cables. Okay, there's no much gold on these boards though. There's nothing on these to recover really for us at all. So let's get the rest of these screws out, get the screen separated from the frame, and we'll see what else we can get out of this thing. Right. It's still not ready to come up though. So, what have I missed? Let's take some of the framework off, see if that reveals what needs to come off. Right, all the screws are out that I can see, folks. So, let's see if we can get this to come away. It's just a cable, so it's fine. There we go, plastic cover. It's going to be two of us doing this. Just take it down on its end again, please, Jamie. Nice and easy. Plastic and a little bit of cable gone. So that'll have to get broken up for the bin. And then we've got these aluminium strips at the side. Again, these will just get chopped up. Okay. Chopped up straight into the crucible for melting for aluminium ingots. Obviously 4 of those, too long, too short. Nice bit of Savali. So that'll be fun chopping those up in the garage and getting them melted down. And then we've got the outside screen, which is tempered glass. Now, we've got this screen. When I dropped this TV, guys, this screen, the outer screen didn't smash, but when it fell on a plug, the inner screen shattered right here. So it's a bit strange how this one didn't break, but the inside screen did. Very strange. Right, Jamie, grab that side. I don't want this break now. What we're going to do with this, guys, we've got this and we've got a bigger one. We're going to do a slow motion glass break. Might even get them done tonight. We'll get a couple of slow motion screen breaks done for you. So we'll get the tripod set up with multiple cameras, multiple angles. We get one of the phones recording in slow motion with a slow motion camera, and we'll get those broken up, and we'll just see if we can make a nice video out of them. So it's definitely bonded. This screen's bonded to that one. We just need to get the metal away from it. So, Jamie, up on its end again. Without too much glass going over here. So, steel back and glass. So it's all bonded. So we need to get something to get this. Yeah, and we don't have our gloves at the office here. It's all in the workshop. So what we need to do is heat gun the back of this. So we'll probably do a part 2 video, guys. What we're going to do, we're going to heat up this from behind, and then get the bonding loosened so the screens come away. Okay, and we'll just run a knife down, get the screens down, get rid of the screens, and get this steel separated. It's definitely going to. It's not all of it's bonded. It's only bonded. I think it looks like it might just be the outer side actually. So, but without having our gloves and stuff to just now, I'm not willing to give it a pull to find out. So that'll be a heat gun job. So we'll do that, guys. We'll do a part 2 video showing you the TV bonding, okay? So let's get this off down here. It's a shame. I was hoping it'd be an aluminium back.